Hey guys, it's Dustin. Today is May the 9th. It does seem that I'm starting to do a video more like every day to every other day now than just every few days. So I finished up my last bag of pigeon food yesterday and went and got more today. But now it's time to feed them again. You can see there, I got the picture here. My birds that I already had, they're getting pretty excited seeing the picture, but my auction birds, like that one right there, or that one right back there, they're not really noticing either of those. But right now, I can't let them out to fly because of my auction birds being in there. But I am going to utilize this time for something else. I just have to be careful not to let any of the birds out. But I'm just going to do some hand feeding these next few days while I'm trying to get these auction birds used to the new lofts. Hand feeding them just makes them a lot tamer. It's certainly not something you have to do, but it is something I like to do. I'm not going to record me doing it the whole time because I'm trying to hold the camera with one hand, and it's easier to hand feed them when I've got two hands to do it with. But, and because I didn't want them doing that. So they just knocked over that whole pitcher of food, and they're wasting it. So, yeah, I'm gonna stop videoing, but I just thought I'd show you all what I was doing. Alright, so now I'm out here in the breeding loft. I finished feeding them. Probably took me about 10 or 15 minutes to feed them, mostly by hand. I did put a little bit of food in the feeder, but mostly I was hand feeding them. And all 5 of the auction birds, so that's including the satinet, all came and ate from my hand and did real well with that. So it should be pretty easy to hand tame them. After I've hand fed them for a couple of days, I'll step it up from that, and I'll actually hold them, just the way you'd hold a pigeon, and hold food out in front of them and get them to eat while I'm holding them. Basically, any of these older birds in here that I raised or have kept for a long time, like this roller, Hershey's, any of these blue check homers, Coco's down here, or I thought he was earlier, there he is. Any of them, I can pick them up and hold them in my hand, hold on to them, give them food and they'll eat, and that just gets them real used to being held, and makes being held seem like a good thing to them. So this satinet, that's the satinet cock I've got. He's been in here. I brought him in here and stuck him in this pen. I just opened it a few minutes ago and I came out to check on him so he could be out for a little bit while I was feeding the young birds. To be honest, the hen, which I've made him to, seems particularly interested in beating him up, which is kind of funny. But in a few days, I'll pin them both up in here. Right now, she should still be feeding her youngsters. I don't know. She should be. It's more of the cock's job at this point, but she should still be doing it. One of the other babies down here somewhere. I don't know. They can fly. It's down here somewhere. Well, geez, where is it? Yeah, I don't know. It's in here. I saw it. Oh, it's right beside me. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. But yeah, so yeah, it flew all the way up here. And it goes down there, so they can eat on their own. I'll probably dip their heads in the waters here pretty shortly. But once it looks like she's not paying much attention to her youngsters anymore, here in a day or two, I'm just gonna move both of them in here. Let's check on birds. So this guy should still be sitting on eggs. Yeah, his eggs should hatch on Friday, on the 12th. His babies, this black one is a mean little baby. Biting at me. He's not just pecking, he's biting. Tough little thing, huh? Gotcha. Yeah, you're right back doing it. Beats up its sibling all the time, but it comes and goes as it pleases. It can fly. But, move him out of the way for a moment. And show you this one. Here's the other baby. I'll set it out in the sun where you can see it a little better. I'm still not sure exactly what it is. It looks like it's just kind of a red check, I guess, probably. Yeah, for some reason the feathers on this one are in a little bit rougher shape. It'll look nicer after it goes through its first molt. But it can fly too. I'll probably stick it back in the nest box in a moment, but it's not necessary. It can handle it. And then blue check and bar slash. It's kind of a barless. Looks like there's a little bit of a bar on that wing, just a tiny bit of one. They're both doing fine, growing well. I gave their parents this nest bowl, but they haven't really tried to use it or anything yet. My grizzle pair is doing fine. Of course, their nest box is kind of dirty. I'm going to scrape that out. I put this nest in here that, while I am willing to bet that they can get into it, it's going to be more difficult. So those babies are less likely to climb into it. So the parents could make a nest in it. But instead, they decided to make a nest right there. So I'm going to have to scrape that out of there. What's going on down here? That's not his baby. I wonder if he'll feed it. He might. It looks like it's been fed. Come here. I'm feeling its crop. Its crop is pretty mushy. That's not just where it's eating a bunch of pellets. It may have just drunk out of the water. It may have already found the water and drunk out of it. But it looks like they're going to lay another egg. Their baby's on the floor too. Here it is. Their baby's down here too. And again, it didn't wind up getting any of the tiger grizzling, but the piebald did give it a few white feathers in its wing. Not so much on the other wing. So their baby's down there. I haven't actually checked on this one, but it's doing fine. I need to name it. It's a girl. I know that because it's sex-linked breeding. I'll sit over here in the sunlight so y'all can see it a little better. It's coming out real nice. It's going to be blue grizzle. You can see that on the shoulders right there. But then it's going to have completely white wings. Looks like probably a white tail, mostly white head. But we'll stick it back now. So I really hate it that its sibling died. Would have been a real nice looking bird. This little roller, this other little red roller, which is a full-blooded sibling to this one and that black one, it's doing just fine. I hadn't really looked at it to see if it was starting to go through a molt. It doesn't look like it's really molten out yet. Wish it would. It looks pretty ragged looking, but the bird itself is fine. And then of course this other baby up here, doing just fine. I showed you its sibling is, oh, I guess it's down here. But then these two frill roller crosses, they're two very nice looking birds. Turned out real nice. Again, it's not anything close to what I want it to be a few years down the line, but two real nice looking birds. That one's a blue check indigo, and this one's a red, probably I guess a red check indigo. So that's a cock and that's a hen. Again, I know that because it is sex-linked breeding. Just because a bird is red does not mean it's a cock, and just because it's blue does not mean it's a hen. But in this particular case, it worked out that way. I didn't do it on purpose, but it did work out that way. So again, this little cock's trying to bite me. I'm willing to bet the hen won't be so aggressive. It's being a little more cowardly, but very nice looking. Let me show them off to you. Yeah, I'll leave it. There's that one. No, that's not going to work. Sunlight is messed up. Maybe you'll be able to see this way. But, so there it is. The white flights are actually a little grayer looking. I don't know. He looks cool though. The tail is doing something funky. It's got this one odd tail feather there that's a little bit darker colored. Real sharp looking bird though. And then here's the hen. Blue check, indigo. Got some nice red on it. Hopefully y'all can see it well. Not as much white on this one, on its wing. And then that nice blue indigo tail. But they both got nice white heads. Nice little birds. There he goes. Hopefully y'all could see that. Oh, I'm surprised their parents haven't kicked them out of the nest box yet. The hen was on the floor when I came in here. They can fly around, but this set nets are going at it. Well, I'll just stick the cock back in his pen for now. Playtime's over, bud. And I'll stick her in there with him after a little bit. After another day or two. There's Spot fanning out himself. And that baby's still terrorizing him. See, here's the little black roller. It's eating. I just refilled their food too. Alright, I just realized the video cut out, so y'all probably didn't even see it. The little red check landed on my head. But, no biggie. But, not much more to show you. Oh, these two babies up here. I haven't checked on them yet. And I don't know if you can see the other one back here very well. Here it is. But, they're doing just fine. Just fine. So, need to get this nest box cleaned out, scraped out. Well, I need to scrape everything, but that one in particular needs some more. Oh, I guess I do have these two, this little blue bar and this little black baby down here. But, poop on my finger. But, they're very chubby. They're kind of plump and chubby looking things. But in a week, hopefully they'll be looking more like that guy right there. You know, except that, well, that one really will. Except a little bigger. I don't remember how old these guys are. I ought to check. But, that's gonna be it. So, something I had been thinking I was gonna do. I don't typically name I don't really name my homers until they're older, because then I can tell what they are. But with these roller frill crosses here, this roller frill cross and that roller pair down there, they ended up being sex-linked breeding, so I already know that that's a cock, and that one back there is the hen, and then that baby roller at the far box over there is a hen. So, if anybody wants to throw out any name suggestions, feel free. They do need names. But, they're the only birds I know the genders of yet. So, picking on each other. Yeah, but yeah, if anyone has any name suggestions, let me know. I'm one of those people that won't just go for any name. I'm real particular about it. But if you have any suggestions, let me know. Maybe I'll use that name. But well, thanks for watching, guys. I'm not sure when I'll do another video. They're seeming to be closer and closer together now. There's a little less going on with them not flying the young birds though. But thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos, more uploads as I go throughout the year, keeping you up to date on how it's all going. Actually, there's a reason I'm trying to breed out a lot of rollers. I don't know if y'all have really gotten the impression that I'm doing this, but I'm really wanting to try and get rollers bred out as fast as I can, and I've got a reason for it, but I haven't told y'all yet. But I'll let y'all in on that little secret later. But thanks for watching, guys. Take care.